It always starts the same way. You wake up in the middle of the night. No noise, no notifications, just silence. But your mind? It's loud. What if something breaks tomorrow? What if I lose my job? What if one bad day ruins everything? And suddenly, sleep is gone. Because deep down, you know the truth. You're not afraid of the problem. You're afraid you can't afford the problem. Now imagine this instead. Same life, same job, same city. But there's one difference. You open your banking app, and you see $10,000 sitting there.
Nothing magical happened. You didn't win the lottery. You're not rich. But something feels different. That anxiety, it doesn't disappear completely, but it shrinks a lot. Because now, life doesn't feel like a trap anymore. It feels like you have options. Here's what most people get wrong about money. They think big numbers change your lifestyle. But the first real milestone, it doesn't change what you buy. It changes how you think. Before savings, every decision feels dangerous. Can I afford this? What if something goes wrong? What if I mess up? You're constantly playing defense. But with $10,000, you're not playing defense anymore. You're finally in control.
Without savings, risk feels like a cliff. One mistake, and you fall. With $10,000, risk feels like a step. Still scary, but manageable. It changes how you think. You start doing things you avoided before. Asking for a raise, switching jobs, learning new skills. Not because you became fearless, but because you're no longer desperate. There's something nobody talks about enough. Money affects your body. When you're financially stressed, your brain stays alert, always scanning for danger, always preparing for the worst. That's why you feel tired, even when you sleep. It changes how you think. But when you have a safety net, your brain finally relaxes. You sleep deeper. You think clearer. You react slower and smarter. Think about how many tiny decisions you make every day. Generic or brand name. Eat out or stay in. Spend now or regret later. That constant calculation, it drains you. But with savings, you stop thinking like someone trying to survive and start thinking like someone building a future. Here's the part most people miss. The power isn't in spending the money. It's in knowing it's there. That's what creates confidence. Not fake confidence. Not motivational speech confidence. Real confidence. The kind that changes how you speak in meetings, negotiate your salary, walk away from bad deals. Opportunities appear. Opportunities don't just come to lucky people. They come to people who are ready. Without savings, a $2,000 opportunity is impossible. With savings, it's a decision. That's the difference. Reaching $10,000 isn't just saving money. It's becoming someone new.
Someone who thinks long-term, delays gratification, makes intentional decisions. And once that identity changes, everything else follows. The first $1,000 feels impossible. The next $1,000? Slightly easier. By the time you reach $10,000, you're not forcing it anymore. You're that person now. $10,000 won't make you rich. It won't let you quit your job. It won't solve every problem. But it does something more important. It gives you breathing room. And breathing room is where smart decisions are made. Your life expands. when you're not constantly worried about money, you think better. You act calmer. You choose smarter. If your bank account feels small right now, that's okay. Because this isn't about the money. It's about who you become while building it. Start small. Stay consistent. And one day, you won't just have $10,000. You'll have something way more powerful. Control. If this changed how you see $10,000, then just imagine what happens when you actually learn how to build it. Because understanding money is one thing, but creating it step by step from nothing, that's where your life really starts to change. So if this gave you even a small shift in perspective, take a second and hit like. Not for me, but as a signal to yourself that you're ready to think differently and move differently. And if you're serious about turning this from an idea into something real in your bank account, subscribe. Because in the next video, we're not just talking about why it matters. We're breaking down exactly how to get there. No fluff, no unrealistic promises, just simple, practical steps that actually work in real life. Because $10,000 isn't just a number. It's your first level of freedom, your first layer of control, your first proof that you can do this. And once you hit it, everything starts to change. I'll see you in the next video.